Good morning, everyone. Well, today I'm back with my collection obsession again, and I had taken this picture of my daughter. Oh, what did I say the date was? I have it written down someplace. Back in 2021, and it was her daughter's birthday. Her ex-sister-in-law came back with their baby, and so everybody was meeting at her house. And anyway, I took this picture. Actually, I took a picture of other people, but like because this guy was tall and other people were like not in the picture well, so I just cut it down. I just cropped it in and cut it down, so because I just thought it was such a cute picture of her, and then her dad's there. And I'm gonna use, this was the front cover of the 6x8 pad. So there's only one of these, but I thought it was just beautiful. And so I'm gonna use that to mat it on. And then I've just cut it down a 1/2 inch on two sides. And then this is also from the 6x8. And this side is wood, but I just love this little floral. And I love that color. And then this paper here is actually the same as this. And so I cut a piece of this off, and I was going to use the wide piece and just use a little bit of the wood. And you know, I really hate not to use this floral, but I laid this on top of this and I love how that looks, so I'm going to go with that. And it's not my usual, but you know, sometimes you gotta think outside your own box, I guess, because I usually, you know, I kind of get to where I kind of do the same thing all the time, so I'm trying to do something different. And when I laid that there, I just loved how it looked. That piece of floral is just so gorgeous. And so I'm going to put that there, and I think it's about in the place that I want it. And then I'm going to be stacking these, so I think I'll start by matting this. There is a scratch in here, and if I still have the picture on my phone, I might reprint it and just put it right over top of this, because I'm not sure if I still have it. I might have, you know, sometimes you lose stuff when you change your phones. Okay, so, oops, it stuck to me. Okay, so I'm going to just line this up, and I kind of want it centered. So I'm just going to lay it down gently because I want it centered kind of top and bottom too, and it looks like that's about the top. Okay, and let's see, I've got 3 of those centimeters there, which I have no idea what that is, but I can kind of guess the lines. Okay, so that looks right to me. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this on top of there. Yeah, sometimes I see that cover and it's like, oh, could you put one more of those in there? So there should be a 1/4 inch on each side here. Now it's happened to me several times where it's like I get a plan, and then as I'm cutting paper, I change it up a little bit. Does that ever happen to you? Or do you just go with the original plan? Okay, looks like I got a little more over here, but that's okay. Okay, and then this one, I think I'm gonna put it about there. I think that looks right. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get it in the general area. This collection is so pretty, and I kind of do this to myself all the time, where it's like I pick a collection, I have no idea what I'm doing with it, and then it takes me forever to find the picture that I want for it. I mean, you would not believe the pictures I looked through today. Hopefully they're all in my brain so that when I go to prep for the 30 days of sketches, I know what I'm working with. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna maybe put it, I'm just overlapping into this a little bit because I want to see a lot of that strip because I really like it. Okay, I think that's good there. Okay, and then I'm gonna build 3 little clusters. And in this collection, it has these little frames. There's like these little houses. This just has some florals in it. And another one has like house from a distance, but they're super cute little framed pictures. And I'm gonna use, this is the one I picked out to use? Yes, okay. So I'm gonna use that one to start with. Actually, it was the last thing I tucked in there. And I'm gonna kind of just let it overlap into the matting. Okay. And then I have, let's see, I've got this little floral here, and these are cut from the vellum pieces, and I just think they're super pretty. And I'm going to use one of those. And sometimes when I put them on, I'm thinking, oh, you can hardly see them, but when I'm all done, it's like I just love how they look. Okay, and I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way, but one way, the white is more obvious. So I'm putting that to the front. Okay. And she's drinking tea. She's always drinking tea. She's very healthy living. She's the one who, you know, she eats organic all the time. And when her little girl, her baby, her oldest baby, when she was born, and I was going to watch her one day, she said, I want you to feed her organic, and she sent me food to, well, she actually sent me money to buy food. She goes, whatever you make, just make it organic. And so I did that, and when she left, I went back to eating normal, but not right away because I still had a bunch of that food. I might have said this before, I don't know, but anyhow, I went back to eating normal food, if that's what we want to call it, normal food. I'm going to tuck this a little bit underneath this flower because I want to see the spout of the teapot. So anyhow, I went back to eating normal after 2 weeks, and then realized I had a horrible headache again. I used to get migraines all the time. When I went back to eating normal, it's like, that's when I realized I had a headache, and I hadn't had one for 2 weeks. So, and I was on migraine medicine like every single day. And so anyhow, or I just took it every single day because I ended up with a migraine every single day. And so anyhow, I went organic after that, and now it's on very rare occasions that I'll actually get a headache. So eating organic changed that for me. So that's because of her. Okay. So anyhow, she's drinking the tea, and so that's why I thought the teapot would be super cute to put on there. Okay, now I've got this stack of books, and actually this is her dining room, but over here is their living room and her little office area. So I thought this, having the little books here, actually they have books in this room, so, or they had books in this room. They've actually moved since then. But they did have like a little bookcase in there. And so I thought this is perfect. So since it's a home sweet home collection, I thought I'd kind of, you know, I've been trying to find pictures that are in the house, kind of relating to that home sweet home thing. Okay, I got all this glue on here, and I forgot I got to put down my, oh no, I don't have to put down my vellum pieces yet. Okay, I like how these flowers are in this arrangement, like the one I used yesterday that I put up in the corner. So I'm going to put this, probably about right there, I think. And then I'm going to start tucking in my vellum flowers. And this is like a rose. I think you can see that good. And I'm trying to like put glue where the white is, but it dries transparent, so it should be fine regardless. But I really like using the vellum pieces when I think about them. Oh, and actually I want it way down here. Okay. And then I have another one. And they're kind of different flowers. This looks like a rose. This looks like, I'm not sure. I told you my garden has vegetables. I don't know much about flowers at all. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck that in here. And then I have a leaf. Do I have a plan for that? I know I'm putting it in here somewhere. Let's see, am I putting it over here or over here? I think it needs to be over here, even though I think I originally planned it for the other side. And then I have this little book. It's got a pen laying on it, and then it's got some pens in a little cup there. Oh, and the top that she has on looks like black lace, but it kind of looks like that heavy lace like that. So I thought, oh, it's perfect for that. Now I got to get the angle of this book so it looks, the perspective looks correct. So I think about there is good. Okay. Okay, then let's see, what's my next spot? Whoops, I totally moved my picture. Okay, I am gonna probably have to put my vellum piece on first because I want it up in here. Okay, and then I have, now I'm going to use this little keyhole that I put into my kit. And so I thought since I have this, I need to put, I think this is Melissa Francis. I think that's from her. And so this key is in this collection and it's got wings on it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put that on here too. And maybe this is really appropriate since they've moved from that house now, so I guess her key had wings. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I think about there should be good. You know, when you're used to just tucking things under as you're playing, it's like when you go to put everything down, it's all a little bit different. Okay, now I'm going to glue the bottom part, but the top part I've got dimensionals under, so it's going to kind of be lifted up on the top part. but the bottom part is where I'm going to put that keyhole. So I want that flat. So sometimes it's, and I've done this before where, you know, it's like sometimes I lift up just part of it. And part of that's kind of delicate, so I'm trying not to be stuck to it, but I am. Okay, and so I'm going to put some glue down here. It's going to have to hold that keyhole. This collection is just gorgeous. Okay, and you can't see the key real good, but that's okay. Okay, and then I have this keyhole, and there's glue right where the key goes through, so I'm going to try to push out some of that paper. Oh, and it's very uncooperative. I think maybe I need to push it this way. Oh, maybe I need this. There, that's helpful. Okay, now how does it look? A little bit more. I love adding things that aren't just paper, which makes for kind of a lumpy scrapbook, but I like it. Sometimes you just can't put in as many pages. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that down here kind of in the midst of the flowers. Okay, and then again, like yesterday, I ended up with more than just the triangle, but on this side, I'm just going to use one of these vellum flowers and a leaf, and that's it. And I'm going to stick the title over there. And I think I'm tucking it in. I don't tuck things very much, but tucking them today. Okay, and I got this leaf, and yep, I'm gonna turn it around now. Upside down, yep. Okay, pull what I think looks like upside down. Who knows? Okay, and I'm gonna tuck that under there. And I'm only putting glue on part of it. The rest of it can stick up. I'm all right with that. And my title I'm getting from the sticker sheet, and I'm just going to call it Lovely because I thought she looked lovely, and that's why I took the picture. And I think I'm not sure where I want to. I might just stick it right on top of that corner. And if I'm going to do that, maybe I should glue it down first. Okay, and I'll do the rest of the gluing afterwards. Okay, so I know I want it on the vellum. Okay, because that's why I tucked it. So I think I'll put it right here on that corner. You know, I had the title everywhere, but hubby liked it up here. And since I ask him, you know, for his opinion every now and then, I figure once in a while I have to actually listen to him, right?
That's right.
Okay, now I'm going to use, since I've got a lot of white on this, I decided I was going to use white enamel dots. And let's see, I'm going to stick a bigger one in here. And then maybe a bigger one up here. And I usually kind of make a triangle, so I'll probably continue with that. But I might tuck them kind of in the vellum. You know, the bigger pieces anyway. Okay. And I think these were all the same color. They sure look like it. Okay, so I want another big one. I think I'm going to put it over here. Okay, I'm going to finish this one so it looks like I've been just kind of haphazardously just moving them from one sheet to another. Okay. Okay, now let's see, I've got a big one up here. Another one up there. Okay. Okay, and that is it. I just think this is a lovely collection. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put these on here because I've got them all. I gotta cover up the sticky. I take all of my enamel dots and cut them up into the colors, and then I separate them kind of, rainbow order, so it's nice and easy to find them. So it's like, now I'm just trying to cover up the extra sticky on the cardboards. All right, I'll have close-ups at the end, and I will see you tomorrow. And I'll probably be doing another one of these as long as I can find a picture. So have a wonderful and blessed day. Close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.